your place, so you best not forget it. She gon' tell you how it is, cause she's Rick the critic when she all up in your city. Oh, you best not forget it. Let you know if she like it, and if she get with it. Let the whole world know and be the first to admit it. Let you know if it's good and if she dig it, cause she's Rick the critic. Rick the critic, Rick the critic, Rick the critic. She the first to admit it if she can't dig it, cause she's Rick the critic.
Thank you, and welcome to Rick the Critic. Thank you for allowing me to come into your home. Listen, today we're going to be talking about young philanthropists. We're going to be talking about how they got started, just a bunch of good stuff today. So I want you to go, get your juice, get your coffee, get your popcorn, whatever you got to get, go and run. You should have already gotten it because you know I come on. Listen, today I have with me Bara Jones, and her organization is the Bara Foundation. And Bara, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, tell us about the Bara Foundation.
The Bear Foundation was started in 2009, and it's to assist mothers with finding what they enjoy doing to supplement their income and stay home with their children.
So, how did you start the Bara Foundation? I mean, why did you start the Bara Foundation? Why did you start it?
Well, actually, one thing kind of spun off from another. I have also the subsidiary of the Bear. The Bear Foundation is Bear's Just Homemade.
Okay.
Myself, as a mother, a wife, when I had my first son, I decided that the priority was for me to be at home with him. Everything kind of took a backseat to that. It was really important that I could stay at home and give him the nurturing that he needed and just that extra time. And so, of course, with me taking more time off of work, I started trying to think of ways that I could supplement my income. And I kept thinking, how could I do this? So I came up with Bear's Just Homemade. And Homemade stands for helping other mothers earn money in desired employment, one cookie at a time. So I started to do that myself. And as that became my way of supplementing my income. Later on, as my son grew and then I had a daughter, I wanted to create a place for me to be able to assist other mothers with the tools and resources and kind of get them focused on what the primary purpose for them to like be at home with their children. That's the important thing. I have a background in social services, so I saw a lot of things, and I wanted to again create a place where I could assist them in finding that purpose, finding out what they love doing. So that's how the Bara Foundation came about.
So what is your target group? I mean, how do you find these mothers, or how do they find you? And when you talk about mothers, you're talking about single mothers, single fathers, or just single mothers? Yours is just single mothers?
Single mothers, because I mean, I know it's hard even in a two-parent household, let alone just having one. But what mothers, I think that we have a different type of job. A father has a role, but a mother has kind of a jump start. You get the baby, the 9 months, the whole thing. So you kind of have to start before. And so my target group are mothers, any age. You just have to be a mother, and you have to have a desire to want to be at home with your child, and you have some ideas as to what you want to do or a way that you could supplement your income, and that's where we come in. You would write down, we'd have a consultation, you let us know what you want to do, and we find the tools and resources to make that happen.
So, okay, so is Bear's Just Homemade, is that just for them to make the cookies, or whatever they want to do? If they didn't want to make cookies, would you still be able to help them, or your organization teaches them how to cook or how to bake the cookies?
Well, no, that Bear's Just Homemade is the subsidiary of it. That's my thing. That's my part. If that's something they want to do, because there's some mothers that don't have a vision or a dream or something. They just know that they want to have the financial means met in their home, but they know, I want to be with my child. I want to be here, but I have to still go and make money. I still have to make sure the lights are on. If they want to come into Bear's Just Homemade that way, and they want to sell the cookies, be a part of the other employment opportunities that hopefully will be available at some point further along in the process, I definitely want to make those opportunities available to them. But the Bara Foundation, if you have a dream, a vision, something that you just have this burning desire to do, I want to assist you in doing that, because a happy mother is completely together, all different type of mother. You know, when you come in from working a 9-hour or 12-hour shift and you still have to give to your children, it's different. You know, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're depleted, you've already given somewhere else, and now you have to give. But the first giving should really start there. You know, the employment or where you're working, that should actually take a back seat, but you have to do it. The two go hand in hand. So I want them to find something that they enjoy doing and couple it with them giving some extra time to be at home. You know,
Yeah, I wish when I was a single mother, and I wish that when I was coming up that I would have had someone to tell me that there were some other things that are available. I was just one of those people that didn't like to work a job. I just never liked working a gig, you know, because I wanted to stay home with my children. I wanted to be able to interact with them and make sure, you know, that I could pick them up and take them to school. So this that you're talking about is a wonderful opportunity, because in these economic times, jobs are kind of like a thing of the past. So what you're talking about is presenting them and giving them a skill where they may go out and not only support themselves and their families, but giving them a skill.
Right.
That they can take anywhere and live and go anywhere and do it.
Giving them a skill or making what they want to do marketable so that they can have their own thing.
That's wonderful.
Because,
so now now let me ask you, how does one get in contact with you? How does someone contact you? Just say, I don't want to bake cookies. I want to sell clothing. Could I contact you and find out, you know, would you be able to help me start my dream or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a process.
Okay.
If you wanted to get in contact, you can contact us on Facebook, the Bear Foundation, or at www.thebearfoundation.org. Bear is just homemade as well, www.bearisjusthomemade.com. And you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, at bearisjusthomemade.com, at the Bear Foundation, and also and I'm just really bad with these things. You can Google Bear is Just Homemade and find us just about anywhere.
So if I Google Bear is Just Homemade,
Bear is Just
I can
Homemade,
find
the Bear Foundation, the two are connected. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now listen, because I don't see any cookies, and I've heard a lot about these cookies. Every time I go, when I come to events that you've done, I've talked to a couple of ladies earlier, and they were doing some events, and these chunky bees were on the table, and by the time I left and went over to come back over there, the chunky bees were gone, and I didn't get a chance to eat the chunky bee. What is this chunky bee that everybody keeps talking about that I keep missing? I keep missing the chunky bees.
Well, I'll
what are
definitely
these chunky bees?
Have to bring you back.
Yeah, I'm feeling some kind of way. I didn't get a chunky bee. I mean, I'd love for you to be on the show. I wanted you here, but I was really hoping when you came in here that you'd have a basket of these chunky bee cookies that everybody's talking about. What is the chunky bee cookie? What is that?
The chunky bee cookie actually came about because I wanted something that created like a taste, like explosion in your mouth. I love cookies. I'm like a food connoisseur. I love food, but the cookies are something you can kind of have at any time of the day. So the chunky bee is white chocolate, milk chocolate, cranberry, and walnut. And it's really soft. You can freeze them. So, I mean, this is a cookie that you can kind of pull out just about anywhere. And so I find myself, even when I have them and I'm on my way somewhere, I end up kind of empty-handed. Unless it's like I can't give these away. So I definitely will make sure that you get some.
Is that what happened on your way here? I want to know. I just want to know. I want to believe that you had some for me when you were coming, and that somebody just took you down and took them from you.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, the door was left open and I came back and they were gone.
Jeez,
yeah.
Okay. It's probably some guys at the station. I have to look into that and see. If you brought a basket in here and it wasn't locked down or my name wasn't on it, then it could easily be gone. But now listen, the chunky bee cookie, how did you come about that? I mean, I heard, would you say white chocolate, milk chocolate, cranberries,
and
walnuts. And this is like it's a basic cookie with all of these goodies inside of them.
Everything's in it. I'm real big on cranberries. My favorite cookie before I came up with this was oatmeal raisin. Raisins tend to be a little bit, I don't know why, for a while they're kind of hard, and depending on how you bake, they kind of come out hard. But cranberries are just nutritional. I looked at nutritional, but I tried to say that was a nutritional thing when I threw that in there. But cranberries, the tartness, and all of the walnut, the white chocolate, milk chocolate, it just the taste together. All those ingredients, the chunky bee, and it's everything in it, and you can have it anytime. I have an oatmeal cranberry cookie that I actually created after that.
That one didn't get here either, huh?
And that one is more of you can do that breakfast, just whenever. But chunky bee is my signature cookie. I've created actually a signature cookie for an artist. He really, really was big with oatmeal, raisin, and he tasted the chunky beans, and he's like, "Could you make something just for me?" And so that's Akino's KO. That's white chocolate, cranberry, oatmeal, and so it just.
So
Yeah.
Aquino is an artist.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's got his own signature cookie.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yes,
Whoa,
yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Now, what do I have to do to get a signature? What does Rick the Critic have to do to get her own signature cookie? I mean, do I have to give you a recipe? Do I have to tell you something that I like and you make the signature cookie? I'd love to have a signature cookie. Tell me, how do the people get the signature cookie?
Well, we actually collaborated with the ingredients that were already there. I try to
Okay.
stick to what I like. And as it grows, I'd like to even employ mothers that have a love for cooking and baking, because honestly, I'm not big on the kitchen. I don't really care too much for cooking, but baking is something that was quick, and like I said, I like cookies. So I sat and I came up with this cookie, and there it is. But hopefully later on it'll grow and we'll have some other things and we can play with some ideas in the kitchen. So maybe along the way we'll come up with a signature cookie for Rick the
Listen,
Critic.
I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to it because listen, I'm gonna be looking forward to a basket of, especially during Christmas time, a basket of cookies here that, you know what I'm saying, and I do share. I'm not just, they'll tell you I share. I don't just eat the cookies and take them home or whatever. I'll eat some and share. But now tell me this. So now the Bear Foundation was put together because of Bear's Just Homemade.
Yeah, it came about later.
Okay. So so Bear's Homemade employs it. What it does is it brings women with a vision, with a passion for wanting to stay home with their children, and they can either cook or they can come to you with any other desires, and you can help them make that dream come true, or you can at least direct them in the right way.
Well, the Bear's Just Homemade is actually having something already in place. If you know that you just want to supplement your income, the Bear Foundation is where you have someone they wanted to do hair, or they hair on wheels, or they have these different whatever it is. We get together and we work at kind of finding out what it is, and we give you the tools and resources to do it. So Bear's Just Homemade, if you're like, hey, I'll sell cookies, I'll do whatever. I don't have a vision, I don't have a dream. That's where you would kind of fall in the Bear's Just Homemade. The Bear Foundation, you could fall in there where it's not already something it's existing. We're going to create it. You give me what you want to do, and we work together collectively to make this happen.
Wow. Listen, don't go away. We have a commercial coming up. Go and get your popcorn, get your coffee, get your water, get your juice, get your dinner plate or whatever, and come on back and join us. We're going to be back talking to Bear Jones of Bear's Just Homemade and the Bear Foundation, which is talking about cookies. And I heard you say something about a cookie one purpose at a time. Or something. Okay, so we're going to come back and see you in a couple of minutes.
It is about balancing our choices between the gray of the concrete jungle and the stunning beauty of the real one. Between a stoic facade of granite and the fury of the canyon. Between deafness and the presence of breathtaking music. Between blindness and blinding beauty. It's why there's EarthShare, the simple way to find balance. EarthShare is the workplace giving program bringing the leading environmental groups under one umbrella. Support EarthShare, support them all. EarthShare. Please ask your employer about workplace giving. To learn more, please visit our website. There is really only one boy. One girl. One tree. One forest. One deep, dancing ocean. One mountain calling. One handful of sand through our fingers. One endless sky overhead. and one simple way to care for it all. Please visit earthshare.org and learn how the world's leading environmental groups are working together under one name, EarthShare. One environment, one simple way to care for it.
Hi, if you're just joining us, we've been talking to Vera Jones of the Bear Foundation and Bear's Just Homemade, talking about cookies with a purpose and mothers seeking employment, and just sit down and relax. We're going to have a lot of stuff that she's going to share with us. Vera, welcome. Tell us, please, again, what does homemade stand for? You said there was tell me.
Bear's just helping other mothers earn money and desired employment, one cookie at a time.
Okay. So again, I'm excited about this. I'm excited because you're like the third entrepreneur. We're doing Entrepreneurs on the Rise, and I'm just really excited about all these young women that have all of these things that they can contribute to the world. I mean, you guys have a lot of things that you're giving to people, and it doesn't sound like it's very costly. It doesn't. I mean, when you are with Bear's Just Homemade, I know that you're a nonprofit. Do the women come? Do they have to pay a fee? Do they have to, or do they just have to come with a passion?
And come with a passion. I mean, and again, depending on who you're coming to. If you're coming, it's all one, but the two are separate in a sense in what they do. If you're coming to the Bear Foundation, and it's again a process, you have to meet with us and let us know what you want to do, and we work together to get you there. With Bear's Just Homemade, I've had mothers that we've met with a passion where I want to sell. I want to be a part of this. This is really good. I just want to be a part of this. I want to help. We're okay with that too. And like I said, later on down the line, hopefully employment opportunities, and really later on down the line, or sooner, if not later, I definitely want some franchise opportunities to be available as well. So it's a bunch of different things. And I just have two different avenues where you can still get to the same thing. We're putting a mother in a position to have the desired employment, and still which enables her to be at home or spend more time with her children.
Well, where do you see Bear's Just Homemade? I mean, where do you see Bear's Just Homemade down the line? Where do you see it?
Oh, it's a household name. Bear's Just Homemade. You'll find the cookies, the cookie dough in the grocery stores. There won't be a state that you can go to, and hopefully international, that you can't go to and get a cookie. As far as it being in these different places, say a mother from Atlanta, she wants to be a part of Bear's Just Homemade. She, again, doesn't have that desire or vision for something that herself, but she wants to be a part of Bear's Just Homemade. We have a process where she would meet with us and get some things set up over that way, whether she was having cookie orders come in, and she already has the people that have purchased them, and the cookies are supplied that way. But it's all a process, and you can get cookies in Atlanta that way, and then New York and different places like that.
Okay, so now how does one purchase the cookies? I mean, are you online? Do you have a store now? Are you online? How do we purchase the cookies?
Online. We're in the process now of changing hosting, but you still can find us at www.bearsjusthomemade.com. You can find us there. PayPal. You can purchase that way. We're able to take the orders there. You can find us on Facebook. There's a number everywhere on all of the sites, as well as Facebook, where you can contact us directly. We take cookie orders that way. So you can find us. It's really easy. It's just about putting your order in and us getting the cookies to you.
So I mean, it doesn't matter where we are? Does it matter?
We
do you have to be local?
We ship cookies all over.
Oh,
yeah.
my.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All over. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So my friends in New York can get cookies. My friends in anywhere can get cookies.
Yeah, we've had them sent there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
There's a shipping fee, of course, when you do it online, but we ship them out. If you have a special order, you want something, and this is just in consideration of the consumer. I just kind of created in a way to where I kind of like it. If there's something you want out, even though my signature cookie has the cranberries, white chocolate, if someone says, I really want these, but you know what, can I not have the cranberry? If there's a special order instructions, there's a place for that at the website as well. So you can include that, and if it's something that you're trying to have within the next 3 to 4 days, we can make that happen.
So holidays, we can call you for the holidays, because I know that's got to be a busy time for you. But we can call you during the holidays and get holiday cookies,
yes.
and also have holiday cookies for our friends, and and just we can call you. We don't have to do any baking. We could just have cookies, which
Yeah.
is really nice because a lot of times the traditional cake and pie and all that Thanksgiving type thing, it's like it would be nice to have some cookies and to also be able to give. Now, let me ask you: do you do gift packaging? If I wanted to send some cookies to a friend as a gift, do you package them? I really wish you would have bought some cookies. I really do.
We do the packaging as far as us we're in the process of branding.
Okay.
It doesn't change. We just ship it and we get it there, but it comes the same way that it's packaged with any order. I mean, I'm sure a little later on down the line, we'll have some other packaging or other options available. Right now, because we're branding it, it stays the same, but you can definitely do it for special occasions. And when the holidays come, we have a cutoff time because there are 3 bakers. So it's small. I have a small sales team, small bakers. It's small. So we have a set time that you can order. If you don't get it in by that time, you kind of missed it. But you can still just do a regular cookie order. But if it's for the holidays, we have a set time.
Okay, so there is a cutoff time
Yes.
for the holidays. So
Yes. Or we'll
the
bake
viewers need
forever.
to be aware that you can't. What kind of time frame are we talking, Vera, for the cookie order? I mean, if we're talking Christmas time, what time can we start?
We start in
placing
November.
our orders in November.
Because you have Thanksgiving that's coming up as well. So we
Okay.
start in the latter part of October, the beginning of November.
Okay.
And and as far as for Thanksgiving, if you're doing a Thanksgiving order, that's a cutoff like about a week before. And we're
Okay.
pretty good about it. And depending on, and as it grows, I mean, I'm the kind of person, I'm really optimistic. I'd like to have it to where you can have it at the last minute. I want it to be that way. But right now, just because we're in a process of growing and we're limited in some ways, we definitely have cutoff times.
Okay, but so that just means that we just need to get our orders in early.
Right.
It doesn't mean that we can't get them. It means we need to get them in early.
Right.
Vera, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this venture. I'm excited about the homemade. And when you say that the vision is going to take you, you'll be in every household. It's almost like a Mrs. Fields, and I'm just sure Mrs. Fields probably started the same way. Started at home. Cookies had an idea and just kind of acted on it, just as you are acting on this. And so I'm thinking, when I think of Vera's Homemade, I'm thinking like, what's the lady with all the pink stuff? Mary Kay. Yeah, and I think about Avon, and I think about, all of these things started with women wanting to supplement their income.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of them wanting to supplement their income, they had to find something to sell, something that other people wanted. And again, because of these times and because of the economics, people will buy food first before they buy a dress.
Mm-hmm.
Or they will buy things that, you know what I'm saying, certain things are considered a luxury item now. When we go to the pumps and we're paying $5, for gasoline, and I predict it'll go up to $8 a gallon, but for right now, and I'm sure in some places it probably is very close to $8, but here in California, but what I'm saying is that with everything going on the way it is, when you're talking about, okay, I think I want to buy a dress, and then it's like, well, man, I could buy some cookies and I can enjoy them and I could share them with someone else. So I think now at this time, with the way things are, we are looking for things to do. I know my friend has game night at her house, on Saturdays, third Saturday of the month, and people are looking for ways to come together and share and talk and network,
Mm-hmm.
as you will. So I'm thinking that these are things that are warming and networking tools. I'm thinking about hot chocolate and cookies and sitting down and going to people coming together and saying, okay, let's rent a place, and so now things that people are coming together now and wanting to spend more time. I know at my family, we do movie night with my daughters and my grandkids, and we do a lot of different things that bring us together as a family now, and not so much as people at one time were so busy doing different things. They're going here, going there, going here. Now it's about come on, let's come together, let's spend some time together, and let's do some things together. So this cookies, Vera's Just Homemade, and I definitely would like to order a couple of packs of cookies. Do they come? How do they come? Is it? How are they packaged? Like a dozen or
A
2
dozen.
dozen? Okay.
It doesn't. And if I may add, I mean, one of the biggest things that makes it, you mentioned Mrs. Fields earlier and hot chocolate and things like that. The biggest thing I find, and it's been an obstacle of mine, is this is a cookie with a purpose, and it was created for a purpose. You find a lot of places people are doing these things. I originally started to supplement the income, but for every cookie that I sell, a portion of that goes back into the Bear Foundation. You find a lot of nonprofits there created, and you do have the ability at that point to get the different grants, and you can ask for different people to sow seed into this vision, this nonprofit you've created. But that is my way of putting money back into it. So when people purchase this cookie, you're getting a quality one, because there's some really good cookies out there. Like I said, I love food. I've had really good cookies, but when you purchase a Chunky Bee cookie or oatmeal cookies, this is a cookie with a purpose. You're sowing into a cause. You're supporting the purpose behind the Bear Foundation. You're helping a mother earn money in desired employment, which in turn is helping her or enabling her to spend more time with her children. And it just kind of goes on and on. You're directly and indirectly helping the community, because these kids grow and they go out into the world. So this is just not a cookie. It's a cookie with a purpose. So you're eating something that's great. I appreciate it. I love that, that it's a quality cookie, but this is definitely a cookie with a purpose, and you're sowing into that purpose when you purchase Bear's Just Homemade cookies.
Now, we're winding down. I want you to look at my viewers and to give them the information as to how to get to Bear Foundation, how to get to Bear's Just Homemade. Give them all the information where they can contact you and they can purchase cookies.
Okay. You can find us again on Facebook. You can find us at www.bearsjusthomemade.com, www.thebearfoundation.org, Twitter at bearsjusthomemade, also at Chunky Bee. And if it just gets all overwhelming, because it is for me at times, you can Google Bear Jones, Bear's Just Homemade, the Bear Foundation. I am there. We do have an internet presence, and we welcome you to come and taste the cookies. I'm sure you enjoy it, but we also welcome your support in helping the Bear Foundation grow.
And also, that same address, they can also contact you if they're a mother.
Yes, you definitely can for the Bear
Okay.
Foundation, and also directly for email, thebearfoundation@gmail. And if you're interested in just being a part of or assisting with helping Bear's Just Homemade grow, email directly at bearsjusthomemade@gmail.com.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Bear, for coming on. It's a pleasure. I hope you'll come back again, and
Definitely.
I hope you'll bring some cookies.
I won't forget. I won't forget.
Okay. It's been really nice. Thank you for allowing us to come into your home. I am always excited about being able to share some different things with you. Here's a young philanthropist. And listen, be good, take care, and thank you again for watching Rick the Critic. Good night.
Rick the critic, when she come into your place, so you best not forget it. She gon' tell you how it is, cause she's Rick the critic. When she all up in your city, oh, you best not forget it. Let you know if she like it, and if she get with it. Let the whole world know and be the first to admit it. Let you know if it's good and if she dig it, cause she's Rick the critic. Rick the critic, Rick the critic, Rick the critic. She the first to admit it if she can't dig it, cause she's Rick the critic, 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 Rick